Ladies and gentlemen, live and in effect, this is the PnP Podcast. Paul and Palz, and with me are my pals, Len, Dukes, William. What's going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing? Good to see you guys, man.
What up, man? Good to see you, brothers. Good to see y'all.
I haven't seen you guys in forever, so it's good to actually see you.
It's been a minute.
No doubt.
So, Len, it looks like I was wrong, man. I was saying that there wasn't going to be any sports, and apparently there's sports going on.
It's happening, yeah. And I think a couple weeks ago, where was it 7 major sports all in one day, which is pretty historic.
They're starting off. They're going in like pedal to the metal. When they started, they started. To my surprise, they're doing it. I want to see what football is going to do with me. I still, for the life of me, have not gotten into basketball or baseball. MMA, I'm good with MMA. I don't know if it's because I've seen them with no crowd or anything like that before.
Yeah.
So them just thumping it out,
because that's where you're supposed to focus. I mean, you are supposed to you're zoned in there, and then they don't really show a lot of the camera, a lot of the audience. In those major fight moments, so it's you're kind of trained already.
I guess that's what it is. I didn't realize how much I missed the crowds in events. Wrestling is horrible, and maybe that's the reason I'm not getting into basketball. I know there's people there-ish.
They pump in the fake crowd noise, which I think helps. I think that really helps.
See, I don't like that. I hear it.
Too artificial.
I'm it's not going to work, but it once you start focusing on the game, do you really focus on the crowd? I get you if you see something that's pretty or you see a funny fan doing something funny, you're going to focus in and want to see, but you're at least for me, I'm locked in on the players, so it's I zone that out. So just to hear the crowd and to hear those fake faces or to see those fake faces or whatever, it works. It works.
Will, I want to know what you think, but before I don't zone it out. It's just so fake to me.
No, I get it's I can see how that can happen because I was watching the Braves were playing the Yankees, and most of the other stadiums, the teams or the franchises are putting fake people in the stands, whatever. I think the Yankees are the only ones that are not doing nothing. It sounds compared to that, watching how dull that game could be, just from sounds wise, it's you miss all that. But other teams are putting out fake noise and still playing the music when they come up to bat and stuff like that. So again, it helps. It's not the same, but it helps.
I'd rather hear the dead silence. Will, where you at with it, man?
I liked it for wrestling. I don't like it as much for some of the other sports because it does sound very artificial. Though I don't know who's doing the sound. Sometimes nothing is going on and the crowd is cheering for no reason. I'm just okay, I know this is artificial, but at least be on your P's and Q's and know when to cheer and boo and all of that.
No, I've noticed that too.
Look, we've had past conversations. There's one thing I don't like. It's forced. I don't like things that are forced. I'd rather watch a game with dead silence, like how the Yankees doing. No, nothing. Just old school sounds just at the playground type. I'd rather hear that than to hear false crowd noises being pumped through even wrestling, they have that Thunderdome.
Yep.
I like the concept, but when the dudes are doing their promos and they're talking, they don't know how to mute it or turn into boos. It's just a steady. It doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound like it belongs.
Sorry to cut you off. When you say Thunderdome, which was it, WWE or
WWE on Fridays and Mondays?
AEW, they're putting little crowds are separated. They're distanced, but there's technically a crowd there. I like that feel better because it's live. The Thunderdome thing, I like in concept, but again, if somebody's doing a promo, it doesn't, nothing wavers. It's the same crowd noise straight through. And it's just so, like, I don't know. Oh, wait, I feel I should apologize because I have like some Amish Abe Lincoln thing going on right now, and I'm not. I was trying to get myself.
Hezekiah Paul. That Kingpin, right? Oh, damn! I love that movie.
I was getting all gussied up yesterday because, like we were talking about, I got a massage.
Oh, you got one? Nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty.
Nice.
It was pretty good, man. So I was
nice.
trying to get all gussied up, and I fucked up this right here. So I had like a thin mustache going here, and I had like my normal shit here. And then I just took this off for shits and giggles.
Nice.
And then at first I was like, you know what? I have to wear a mask anyway. Nobody's really going to see it. But then I got home and I took it off. I'm like, oh my God, it looks horrible.
So how long was the massage for?
An hour. Nice.
Did you do like an intake? Like, did you discuss like, okay, what are your things that are bothering you and like certain areas and all that shit?
Yeah. I had her try to work out the shoulder. I didn't realize how many knots I had in like pretty much all parts of my body, dude. Jesus.
It's crazy, right? No funny business, but like she was doing a massage like on my, this is weird, right? But on my buttocks, right? But like, yeah.
She didn't massage my ass.
Just the fact you said buttocks sounded funny.
Oh no, you know what? She got that little side joint that's always stressed out.
So, yeah. It's always stressed out. That's funny. But there's a nerve that runs along that area that like shoots up to like our the back of our head. Dog, when she did that shit, it was like a doorbell. Like ding dong, like everything just like the pulse that you feel, man, is crazy, man. But it's like it just reminds you like, yo, there's so many areas on our bodies that like we need to take care of, and you ain't gonna get it any other way than like through this.
No, yeah, dude, I'm getting another. I'm going back in probably like 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. They have a CBD oil rub down, and they say that helps with the kinks and all that. Len, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Well, this question is not for you because we know how this happens for you at a massage spot. So this question is irrelevant to you. So Len,
yeah,
has had legal country
within
massages. Yo, dude, you think they get awkward if they're massaging and things just happen?
But honestly, I think it's expected. And not to say that like when you go there the next time, just go for it, like, hey, let it happen. But I mean, as far as like, because when you are, how like my massage therapist was explaining it to me, when you're massaging the body and releasing certain muscles and stuff like that, like it's a pleasurable thing. You're gonna be like, like moaning maybe a little bit, and it's almost expected.
So I'm gonna assume you have a female massage therapist.
Yeah.
And you guys had this conversation.
Yeah.
What is that, your bestie? I couldn't even bring myself to ask that to the lady. Like, yeah, so.
Also, it's kind of like how we met to begin with. It's kind of like it was already like an open conversation between us. But like she loves to talk, and like these are things that play in my head. I'm like, yo, like I would be weird, or I would think that it would be weird if if somebody was like getting off or like I was massaging them, and then like that would be awkward.
What age range is she? Your massage therapist?
I think she's either late 20s or about to just past her 30s.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much you were like, hey, pointed down. She saw the tent and was like, is that a problem? And then that opened up dialogue?
Not at all. Thankfully, like I haven't got to that point. But like I'm sure, like again, I can see how it could happen. Like there's certain like she's digging into your hip at certain spots, and like I get it, but
she was getting these knots on my legs that I didn't know, on my quads that I didn't know existed, and I guess she just hit spot, like I don't know, she was hitting like little pressure points. Now I was enjoying it before even that part of it. Like I was just eyes were closed, just enjoying the moment. So I never opened my eyes. Like I try to keep it as cool and nonchalant, like don't worry about it. And I was giving her small talk. just being a personable person
Mhm.
during it. So I just never like I didn't feel awkward about it. So I just kind of kept going like, yeah, so how about
Yeah.
that coronavirus? And she just kept it on moving. So I guess, whatever. I kept my eyes closed. I don't know. Maybe she was in awe. Maybe she was mad. Maybe she was like, oh, like, I don't know.
I think that they're just, if you're not talking with them, I think that they're focused on doing like, because they I think they seem like they have like special routines that they do depending on like what is going wrong with you. So they might tailor a certain routine in their head. It's like, all right, I'm going to do this. And maybe they're just focused on that, or
I
like
also
how you
think they're
at work.
used to that happening.
Exactly. And or like when you're at work, I'm sure like you'll be at work for maybe like an hour or two, and then you realize like, damn, like an hour or two just passed by. Like I don't even remember. Like you just kind of like on autopilot.
Yeah, that's why I can't ask Will, because as soon as it happens for Will, I'm pretty sure there's not even a towel there. Like as soon as it happens, she just grabs it like an Atari stick and just goes to town. So, I can't ask you, Will. Sorry, bro.
That's funny. That's funny.
But going back to the
Wait, before that, Will, send me the addresses of the spots you go to, though. All right.
All right.
Len's gonna be like, yo guys, I'm going to Cambodia for the weekend.
Yeah. Just real quick stop. Gotta pick some milk. Pick up some milk.
Gotta get that
Cambodian
Cambodian breast milk.
Yeah, that wasn't even planned. That was funny.
So going back to the sports thing,
Oh yeah.
I started reminiscing because thinking about the times I've went to events. Like I said, I've been to multiple wrestling events, like pay-per-view things, and the crowd there just brings it to another level. And I started thinking about other sports venues I went. You guys ever go to, like, what were your best experiences going to a live sporting event that you could say you were there? I have a few. Like, holy shit, I
Yeah.
didn't realize
I have a few too.
how crazy it was. Will, how many places you've been to sporting events live, I'm assuming?
I've been to basketball and football. I've also been to an XFL game. My best games though were
Do that XFL game.
Did you go to like
basketball.
now I'm assuming this is like the new XFL, not the one with He Hate Me.
No, He Hate Me.
You went to that XFL?
I think he was playing in that game too that we went to.
Oh, you guys went to the same game?
Yeah, it was me, Will Milton,
Yeah.
and his brother and somebody else. I forgot who. I think there was like two other people. I forget who else was there.
How many times did Milk go, yo, I could be playing out there.
Nah, how many times did he forget? Will? How many times did he forget things? Like we had mad food from Costco, like burgers and hot dogs with no utensils, like no bread, like
no bread.
Hot dog like, with no bun.
Yeah, got a ham, no burger.
That's it. But that's Milt though. Milt will just grab hamburgers and hot dogs at one time and just be like, oh.
And I actually, like, the part of the reason why it was such a bad experience for me, at least, I know we're talking about good ones, but this was so bad because, like, I underestimated how cold it was, or how cold it was going to be out at the Meadowlands, or like wherever the Giants MetLife Stadium, wherever that shit is there, right? Yo, fucking freezing, man. I think I had like a windbreaker on from like 97.
Yo, you know how cold it was, and then Milt just had like a tank top on.
Samoan.
Sweating, just like, yo, it's hot.
Like, yo, man, they're gonna put the AC on in this outside field. Like, yo, I couldn't even talk at one point. And plus, like, the seats were like the plastic things that you sit in, and they're frozen. And then being so tall, like your leg is like basically, you feel like it's gonna be stuck to the edge of the chair because it's so cold.
Damn.
Yeah, it wasn't good, man.
I went to one football game ever. Jets Buffalo. My boy back in the day, he invited me over. I'd rather watch a football game at home.
Yep.
There's events I would like to, baseball, I think I'd rather be there live. MMA, either or. I've never been to one live. I would say, but that football game was in brick-ass cold weather. I was at one end of the goalpost, which means any action that happened at the other end, it was just little specks running around.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
What stadium was this? They didn't have like a jumbo thing that you can at least see like
Meadowlands. Well, we were close. We didn't have. We were somewhere. We were too far back to get a good view, but too close in to see.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was like you had to like struggle to see what was going on. So you just have to go off the crowd reactions on the other side.
Right.
The dude that was sitting next to me, not the guy who brought me, just some random dude was just drunk, and he was and it was so cold. He had like the only snot icicle on, like oh god, what an experience. Nah,
That's
not football.
That's one part of it that I can't stand when people get obnoxious and drunk and like yo, I didn't sign up for you to come here and just act like a fucking fool in front of me, you know?
Football gives enough action that you can enjoy it from the comfort of your home. It's not a different really kind of experience to me.
Yeah.
Home.
No, there's a difference, man. I mean, like, there's commercials. You can get up and use the bathroom and not have to worry about like missing like a portion of the game. I mean, there is something to being there on the field that means something. Being live, like hearing the crowd roar, watching your team play, like that's why like I've only been to one NFL game, and that was the Jets versus Dallas, actually like last year, and when the Jets spanked us, we almost came back, but we lost. But anyway, but just to see my team play live was cool.
Typical.
I think the next game, I'm sorry.
Typical Dallas. All right, sorry.
I
Giants suck too. My Giants ain't shit. My Giants ain't about shit. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, it's all good. But I forgot what I was gonna say. The next game I want to go to, and probably might be my last one, is like to go see the Dallas Cowboys play in the Dallas in their stadium. I got experience.
I would like to go to their stadium.
I got to experience that. I mean, and then after that, I'm gonna be good because like just getting into the stadium, worrying about parking, and then getting to your seat, and then like it's a whole thing. I mean, people could be down for that, but it gets exhausting for me at least.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I've been to a shitty seated Madison Square Garden game, but it was Knicks 76ers Iverson era.
Ooh.
And even being up in the nosebleeds, you still could see everything. Like, that experience is way different. Like, I would go to see a basketball game. But I was thinking, so, Len.
Yeah.
What was your craziest, like, holy shit, nobody would believe me?
So, all right. So actually the craziest moment was I missed it. So I think I went to a preseason game with Matt, Black Matt, out in when the Nets played in not in New Jersey, but like
when they were in Newark.
Sorry, in Newark, right?
Grab your guns.
Huh?
Grab your guns.
A block away, literally everything changes. Literally, everything changes. You're like, yo, I can't wait to get out of here. But so you go to the game, and then the Nets are getting like blown out, or not blown out. Maybe they're losing by like 15 points or something like that. Maybe with like 2 minutes left. And I was like, yo, if you want to just head out, let's head out. He's like, all right. So as we start to head out, you hear the crowd roar, and then you hear like a big whistle, like a timeout, whatever. And then you hear like another crowd roar. And then as we're walking out, we could see like on the monitors kind of like what's going on. And we just hear like the crowd like, yo, going crazy. And then we're like, what the fuck are we missing? Like, you know, so then finally when we get towards the main exit, we get like a good clear picture at a screen. And, you know, the Nets came back with like mad short time amount of left and came back and like won the game like all of a sudden. And I actually missed it. We heard the whole thing, the crowd buzzing throughout the whole arena. But I had no visuals of it until I got home and I saw the replay, you know. Damn. So that was pretty cool.
It's not cool. That sucks.
I think it's a great story.
No, it's a
preseason. Remember, if it was like a finals game or like a game or a regular season game, important game, it was a preseason. I wasn't expecting, you know, much from it.
That reminds me of Miami, LeBron era, when they were down and everybody started to leave, and then all of a sudden this crazy comeback, and you just see people running back in and just like click. Nope.
And I don't think they let him back. I think that's a shot where Ray Allen, the game that Ray Allen hit that shot.
They let nobody back in. Once you leave an event, you can't come back in.
Damn,
yeah,
that's messed up.
Good. But Miami, I think those fans are known for that. They always come into the arena like mad late. It'll be like in the middle of the first quarter, like 7 minutes left to go, and then it'll be like empty.
Miami fans are horrible fans. because it's in Miami. Like there's so many things to do. Sporting events are they're just there. I remember my cousin went down to Knicks, Heat, Allen Houston era, and it was a playoff game.
Oh,
and he said, hardly it wasn't empty, but holy shit, there wasn't people there. 2, there were more Knicks fans there than Miami Heat fans in Miami in a playoff game.
That's crazy.
Craziest fans.
Yeah,
Everybody.
had a good team back then.
Huh?
The Heat had a good team back then.
They had LeBron. And you couldn't get people to go there like that.
I thought you said the Allen Houston days.
Allen Houston and the Knicks. Oh, wait. No, you're right. I'm sorry. No. You're right. It's Allen Houston and the Knicks era. So LeBron wasn't in Miami. It was morning and yeah. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. So Miami fans ain't about, man. Philly fans are maniacs. Nobody could say anything about, like, New York fans are just, I have, talking about craziest things. I have a couple stories that's going to show how crazy New York fans are. But Philly fans, they can't hold a candle to Philly fans. Did you guys see the clip that, A, they boo Santa Claus?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
B, did you guys ever see Philly Lakers, the finals? Not Beyonce, Destiny's Child was doing the halftime show.
I feel I'm going to remember this when you start talking more about it.
Will, do you remember?
I don't remember that one.
One of the greatest halftime shows ever for all the wrong reasons. So Destiny Child comes out. It's Beyonce, and her outfit is a very fitting NBA logo. It says NBA, like a mini skirt kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kelly Rowland has a 70, like same thing, but a 76ers version of it. The other girl, who I just can't ever remember her name, she had a Lakers one. So
not a good idea. Not a good look.
They're going in like it is a show. Choreographed, they are going in. And they finish the last note. Whoa. The loudest, you would thought Roman Reigns going in there. It was so, and then and Beyonce's face for a second was like, and then Kelly Rowland was like, God bless everybody. And they just all did like the walk of shame.
Yeah, they don't play. They don't play.
Will, you got any crazy stories?
No crazy stories like that.
Hold on, we got
the one where we were getting chased down this.
No, we don't have any crazy stories, so we were getting chased.
He has to tell this because I'm gonna start laughing like crazy.
I freaking forgot what was it? Was it WWE? Was it basketball?
No. So we went to go see. I was a big Audio Slave fan.
Audio Slave, right?
And they were playing in Madison Square Garden. I was like, yo, I gotta go see them play. They're here. And then kind of ended up happening was 30 Seconds to Mars was opening for them. That's like the night that I was like, yo, who the fuck are these people? And that's why I became a fan of them. But anyway, so like we go to this concert, we have a great time. Even Seether was there too. Seether, who's good. They got good music. Yeah, so we're leaving, and so as you leave in the Madison Square Garden, as you're going up, I should say, to your seats, you use the escalators, right? But then on your way out, they make you walk down the stairs. So we're walking down this. We get to our exit to walk down the stairs, and I don't know why we stopped for a second, but before we go through the doors, I see some dude like with the knife in his hand, right? He's like checking out his knife in the corner. He had like the trench coat, like the classic, like I want to stab somebody, like
Columbine outfit, yeah,
right, exactly. So I didn't want it to be like, yo, Will, run! Run! I didn't want to do that, right? So I was kind of giving Will like this look, like, there's a funny dude like over there, like, let's bounce. But he wasn't really getting it. So then I was like, fucking. So I'm like, let me just start walking and be out, right? So I start going, and I'm like jetting down the stairs. I'm doing like it's like a physical challenge, like trying to beat like a record, go down each staircase, not going step by step, maybe like missing a step or two, jump, like that level of going. And then Will's like, damn, this kid is out. So then he started jetting after me, right? So then
Never fails. Never fails.
So then the guy with the knife, he sees us running over, and he decides to fucking run down the stairs with us.
So wait. He ran out of reflex that you guys were running.
And we're running away from him.
And he's going, oh shit, these dudes running, time to haul ass.
Exactly.
And now you guys assume he's okay. Go ahead.
So like, yo, we're gunning it down this, just going, right? And we finally get to the exit and like walk outside, and then we kind of all stop there for a second, and then the guy goes off on his way, and then I finally like tell Will like, yo, the reason why I was running, this motherfucker had this big ass fucking knife in his pocket. I don't know what he was gonna do, and I was like, yo, we need to just be out, and I was trying to signal you to hold on a second. I said something about a time limit. But I was like, yo, we have to get out of here. And then so Will followed me, and that shit was fucking hilarious, man. Hilarious. I wish he would have picked up on it earlier, but that shit was hilarious.
Funny how I just started gunning it because he was gunning it. I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna follow him. Like, what is he doing?
We're like surfing down these fucking staircases, man. It was just, we weren't even like walking.
I'm surprised I didn't fall and twist my ankle the way I was jumping like 2-3 steps.
So I'm saying like it wasn't like just skipping like 1 or 2. It was like 3 or 4.
Yep.
It was
like the chase theme music in a movie. That was the only thing that was missing.
Some Matrix.
Yeah, exactly. Agent Smith in the background,
It would have been hilarious if you guys would have been huffing and puffing like, yo, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. You all right? And then all of a sudden you hear, yo, you all right? And then you turn around and the guy with the knife is like, what were we running? Like, you guys all right? Didn't even say, doesn't even want to ask you guys. It's just, oh my God.
Yo, if Will got hit that night, I was like, yo, that's fucked up. He got hit.
That's a good one. No, that's a good one.
He should have been running faster, yo.
My stories, I mean, thinking you're being chased by a guy with a knife, that's definitely, that happened to me once. I went to 2 summer jams. Good. Oh my God, good roster. Like before the Drakes of the world came in, like.
I wish I would have went to a summer jam back then.
I'm not even going to get into it. Maybe we'll go into concerts later on, but long and short of it is when we were leaving, we got to 2 different points. Excuse me. And when we got to those points, out of nowhere, just somebody runs and then somebody else runs. And then there's a stampede of people running your way. And the rules, the only thing that there is to do is haul ass too. And we did that twice. And the second time, like, this dude was just sitting by his car. He's like, yo, why the fuck y'all running? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Everybody else is running. Like, I don't know. But I know if people are running, why am I going to haul ass?
I'm going to be there and run over. No, I'm going to avoid the stampede as well.
That story never works out for the guy that goes to investigate.
Hey, guys, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah, you're the first one to die, for sure.
So yeah. I think all my crazy stories take place in Yankee Stadium. Old Yankee Stadium. You guys ever been?
Oh, yeah.
Once. Yeah. Once.
So the bleacher section.
I've never sat in the bleachers. I'll tell you that.
I've sat in the bleachers many times. A lot of times by choice, not that it just was affordable, just because, holy shit, the bleachers were so entertaining there. It was more than the game, just all the extras. So I remember one time it was Bat Day. And this is when they gave people bats.
The mini bats.
No.
Real bats?
Bats.
Oh, wow.
Not mini bats.
You must have been like, that's an early.
Louisville Slugger.
What year
32 ounce bats, wooden bats.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they gave him, and they were playing the Rangers. And I'm watching the game like nothing, whatever. And all of a sudden we hear a little ruckus to the side. We look over, and some dude had a Texas Ranger hat on in the bleachers.
Oh boy.
And you're just going into enemy territory with that. So some dude snagged the guy's hat and threw it somewhere into the bleachers. The guy caught it, and now the guy's chasing his hat. He grabs his hat, throws it somewhere else. So now they're playing frisbee with the hat. It finally lands to some guy in the, somewhere else in the bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
He takes the bat, puts it on the hat, takes a lighter, lights the hat on fire, and just holds it up.
What?
And the Texas Ranger hat is burning.
No, this sounds like a revolution. What's happening?
And the crowd was going wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was another time they made Albert Bell call timeout. Like Albert Bell was.
Yeah, that was the dude that you didn't want to mess with back then.
The bleachers got on him because he played the outfield, right field.
Right field.
So that's right by the bleachers. So Albert Bell, you suck. Bad. Naming teammates that he's banging. Like, it's just relentless. It is relentless. Albert Bell calls timeout, and he's running towards the infield. And he goes to the umpire, and they're doing it back and forth. And you see Albert Bell pointing towards the bleachers, and you see the ump look at the bleachers, and now like the bleachers are getting rowdy. So the ump looks at Albert Bell, and you just see what he's saying. He's like, dude, what do you want me to do about it? Like, he kind of shrugged. He's like, what do you want me to do? So he was like, yo, go back to the outfield. Dude, when he started making the run back, like he had his head down and he was trotting back, it intensified the hatred for Albert Bell. So it was even worse. Like, they were saying so much shit. Oh, my God. There was all right, so these really are the two crazy moments I know I'm talking about, but these are only the last two moments. We were in Yankee Stadium, and this was the old stadium. We were in the bleachers, and rowdy, and some cop walked to near the end where you start to walk up the bleachers, the little area. He does one of these, and he's just grilling the whole bleachers. Like, go ahead and make a move. I dare you.
No.
So everybody's just keeping quiet. Nobody's really saying nothing. The ump turns around to see what's going on with the game, and all of a sudden, a Pepsi bottle comes flying right past his head, and he turns around, and all of a sudden the crowd's like, what? Like, everybody's just getting on the cop. So the cop, he just says what he got to say, and that's it. Like 9 police officers come in and just do a line at that main area, and now everybody's just like this. So everybody, like, it's getting rowdy. Like, it's like, yo, it's getting to the point that it's getting pent up. Like, holy shit, some shit might go down here.
Yep.
So I guess the head of security came up, and he's wearing like a business suit. He's not wearing a uniform like that. He's just wearing a business suit. And he looked like Rudy Giuliani. So the guy is just looking at the crowd, and then out of nowhere, you hear somebody yell, holy shit, it's fucking Rudy Giuliani. And then the entire bleachers start going, Rudy.
Palazzo.
Enrique Palazzo. So they start saying Rudy. The guy that looks like Rudy Giuliani can't help but laugh his ass off. He looks at the officer. He's like, man, stop grilling. And then he like does one of these to the crowd, like, yeah. And everybody's like, yeah. So that eased it out. Like, fake Rudy eased everybody out.
I got a story to go with that, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So one of the WrestleManias that I went to, like, it was 10, right, in Madison Square Garden. And that's when LT was fighting Bam Bam Bigelow, right? So
I remember that. Yeah, nice.
So we go, and my friends Dan and Dave, and their parents, have money, whatever. So we went down in a limo, right? So we went it was great, had a fun time, and as we're leaving, right, I'm getting into the limo. I was like one of the last ones to get in, and I guess some kids saw me get into the limo, but didn't see like my whole body, right? So so some kids were like, "Yo, that's LT, that's LT." So I rolled out in the window. I just kind of put my hand out, and I was like, "The credit. I took the credit. I took it.
To this day, somebody
To this
thinks,
day,
yo, I
like,
got a
"Yo,
shout
LT
out from
waved to us.
LT.
LT waved to us. It was amazing."
Now he's gonna hear this now and just be heartbroken. Like he's gonna crush a childhood dream that he just told everybody.
Watch that kid end up to be like Brian Urlacher or some like middle linebacker that encouraged that inspired him to become an amazing player.
You inspired Brian Urlacher to be Brian. Good job.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, my last story, we were Subway Series when it first started. The first ever Subway Series game. It was at Shea.
Those were so heated, yo. All those matchups, man. When Piazza threw that bat at Clemens, that was big.
But go back to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It was at Shea. My aunt, at the job she worked for at the time, she got comped like 8 or 9 tickets.
Nice.
So we went deep, like family. We were deep, friends, my aunt, my cousins, everybody was down there enjoying the game. The atmosphere, there's only one other time that it was that raucous, and that was when I was I saw the Yankees play the A's, and that was like with the flip, or it was either the flip series or the series that they were down 0-2, best of 3, and the Yankees came back. They were at Yankee Stadium, and the Yankees took the lead for the last time. And the crowd was so loud that the floor shook. Like, I've never experienced that. So, Subway Series, first one, it was unheard of. So, half the stadium were Yankee fans, half the stadium were Met fans.
Ruckus.
Greatest game, one of the greatest games I've ever been to, because top of the first, the Yankees would take the lead, and the crowd be going crazy off that. Bottom of the first, Mets would tie it and or take the lead, and they did that like 5 times throughout the whole game. Near the end of the game, the Mets were down 1 or 2, and Piazza was at bat, and there was enough runners on that they were giving the lead, and Piazza blasts a home run. So everybody goes, yeah! The dude that was behind me, or like 2 people behind me, is drunk as fuck. And I'm talking about, dude, the Yanks take the lead. Yeah! The Mets take the lead. Yeah! Like, it was almost so unlike baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was football-esque mentality in a baseball game. Mm-hmm. So when Piazza hit that home run, like a drunk dude, 2 or 3 people behind me got up, and I don't know if he got up like this, like I don't know what he did, but he gave the ultimate back push to some lady, and she flew down like 4 stairs, like flights. These were seats that didn't have the back seats. It was just a seat. She came down, bop, 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 bop. She got up, face gushing. What the fuck? The husband was like, you motherfucker. And the guy was just like, yeah. Like, he was just.
Oh, gosh.
That was, like, they had to escort him out. He was drunk, didn't give a fuck. People were ready to beat his ass. Like, it was crazy. That was one of the craziest things. I got arrested that night.
You got arrested?
I never told you how I got arrested?
So you were the crazy one that was, yeah.
No, man, that shit, I got arrested like 4 hours later. The game was over. Will, I thought, Len, I never told you that story?
Depending on what, tell me again.
I only got arrested 1 time. I'm not a criminal.
What was it about?
Which time was it?
Hey, I was about to say.
It depends on the time that you told me.
Which incident was this? I don't know. I know your history.
Okay, so at the end of that game, I was with some family. Because she's going to leave names out of it. But I was with some family. And I haven't seen this person in a long time. A very near and dear person to me. So he was at the time living in PA. I was living in New York. Excuse me. Oh shit. So, and this was my smoking days. So, haven't seen him in a while, reminiscing. We're like, yo, let's go take a smoke drive. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're driving, light one up, and we bake ourselves. Like the windows are closed, so it's just
saturated in it.
Method Man and Red Man in the car. So we stop, we get some McDonald's, and we're just again catching up. You know, both got mad love for each other, catching up. You know, reminiscing all the time. So he's like, yo, let's light up another one. I'm like, yo, great idea. So we're just driving again, cruising, and still baking ourselves out. So I get to an intersection, and dude, lesson learned, man. Follow your gut feeling, your instincts, because damn. So I get to an intersection of lights, like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I have a choice. Go straight, hop on the highway, make a quick jump to my house, or make a left and take the local way to get there. A couple extra minutes. My mind was saying go straight and hit the highway. My body was like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. We want to do that. The light turned green, and I made the left to go local, and I don't know why. So I'm driving, and we pass this motel. Sit by the motel. Wasn't even speeding, just went by the motel, and all of a sudden, somebody pulls out, puts the lights on, not the police lights, just the regular lights on, but I could tell by the lights, I'm like, oh, fuck. So sure enough, he's just following us for a little bit, and the lights come on, and I'm just like, fuck. Now, the person I'm with, now look, I'm usually cool under pressure. Excuse me. I'm usually very cool under pressure. And my people said something, and it just threw me off. It was a little bit of the L left, like right before a roach, but so it's still on clip phase of life. So he's like, yo, swallow it.
Wow.
I'm like,
No.
huh? And he goes, oh, fuck it. Takes the clip, drops it in, and takes the McDonald's cup and downs it like a fucking Advil.
Damn.
But as soon as he does that, he immediately throws up back into the cup. He forgot. So I look over to him, and he has Dutch guts on his mouth. He split the blunt in the cup. So he thought there was soda in there, so he grabbed the cup and did that, and immediately just swallowed blunt guts, and then threw it right back up. So this plan is failing miserably off the jump.
What's the plan?
So we pull over, and we roll down the windows, and just like, looks like my car's on fire from the inside. So there was one saving grace that I had, though. I said, there's a chance I'm getting out of this. At the time, I worked for an electronics company, and we were mad cool with Yonkers police. Like, discount this, discount this. We get them little PBA cards.
Oh, yeah.
I know that story.
During my working there, by the time we were like, oh, shit, we need to start hooking up the cops. By the time we started hooking up the cops and getting those PBA cards and all that, I probably got away with like 9 tickets by simply just saying where I worked. And 9 out of 10 times, they'd be like, all right, have a good night. Or they'd ask me about a TV or something. Like, yo, I need a flat screen. All right, man, I'll catch you tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, I could get away with this. I might be able to get away with this. So the cop gets to the car, to the side of the car, and immediately he just goes, Where's it at? So me and my peoples did the appropriate response. Where's what at? So he was like, guys, he goes, are you kidding me? He goes, there's still smoke coming out of the car.
What smoke?
And what smoke? And we were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Just like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he was like, all right, get out. So I'm getting out. And I'm like, all right, he's going to ask me where I work. I'm going to tell him. And things will start to smooth over at that point. I look on his arm, and I didn't fucking realize he had a different town on. I was still in the town, not in Yonkers, but I was right at the border. So right at that point, I'm like, wow, I'm fucked. So I had, and this is back in the day, so I had a tape player in the car. And in my little glove box, I had tape after tape after tape after tape. So I would take a tape out and just put my little bags of weed in the cover and just put the tape cover back in and be good.
Right.
So the cops like go to the back, assume the position. So I'm like this on the trunk, and he's like, don't move. I'm like, all right. I kind of forgot that I had some weed in the tape decks, and it didn't dawn on me until he opened it up and started rifling through the tape decks. So I'm like, oh boy, this is not going to be good. But then he closes it.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. So he gets out. This Sherlock Holmes ass dude literally does one of these. I'm watching him.
Jinkies.
And then he goes back in the car and then goes right back to the tape decks. And now he's just going through each tape deck. And he finds a pillowcase of a 20 and a mini pillowcase of a dime. So he comes out and he goes, what's up with this? I said, look, man, you ain't going to believe me if I told you. I said, but I kind of just forgot they were there. So he was like, all right, so you're going to go to jail. Now, you need to tell me if there's anything in the car, because if not, and I find something, your peoples are going to jail with you. I said, he's going home. He said, you're going to jail. I said, look, man. And at that point, I remembered there was nothing else. So I'm like, look, you can get the dogs, you can do whatever. Like, there's nothing in there, I promise. So he was like, all right. So he cuffs me, and my peoples are like, yo, that's bullshit. He goes, dude, if you open your mouth again, you're going with him. So he's, all right, got quiet. And then I got sent. Like, I got driven to the precinct by myself in a holding cell. I had to drink a lot of water because I had to take a piss test to see if there was anything else in my system. I had to go through the process, and that was about it. I had to pay fines and do like even Mothers Against Drunk Driving thing, and go to a program for like 6-8 weeks every Saturday. I had to pay mad fines. They told my car I had to get it back, and good times.
I don't remember you ever saying that story to me.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
See, this is my problem. And I'm glad you said that. This is one of the reasons I'm having this podcast, is because people know, but they don't know about me. Even my good friends. Like that happened in 2099 or something like that.
I mean, you told me about the cartel you were in, but
yeah.
The cartel.
Well, besides that.
Yeah. Tuco, whatever they.
Yeah. So.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like last time too, as well.
Well, like I said, it was in.
Oh.
So if I get arrested now, I'm blaming you.
No, I'm saying
you jinxed it.
Come on. Good stories, though. Stories.
Yeah, so I want to thank you guys, man. I kind of like this little setup. We're going to continue to do this.
Yeah, I appreciate this a lot better as well.
Yeah, it was a lot to deal with, trying to catch each other, not talking over each other and things like that. And now the audio's kind of even straight through, so
yeah.
This should be a good look moving forward.
And also to see like our facial expressions, is good too. catch when something's funny or we're about to be funny.
Yeah, you can see my bum facial hair now.
It's all good.
Disclaimer, it's going to get better, I think.
It's all good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Next time I think we got to talk about, I don't know. I guess a lot of this is me venting. Thanks for hanging out while I vent.
It's all good.
So, I mean, look, man, anything you guys come up with, let me know. We always have trending topics and such. That was our first one, was, protest and Corona and all the other crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, you guys ever think of anything?
I know that. I got something really good, but I'm gonna save it because I think the spontaneity of it is more important.
It's a horrible idea.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not a horrible idea. Relax.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right. Just gonna
cliffhanger. There it is. They gotta stay tuned.
Fair enough. So I guess we'll end this on a good note. I like this moving forward. We have different topics to discuss. I think we'll just leave it here. I have no idea how long we've been going.
Probably like a little bit over, close to an hour now, or about to be an hour.
About to be an hour.
All right, sounds good. So, we'll figure the rest out. But thanks. I gotta figure this out. We'll get it up and running, and the redo. I guess the Paul and Palz Podcast 1.0. And we'll see how it is moving forward. So, for Mr. William, Mr. Len Dukes, I'm Paul. Thank you for coming by. I have to work on my background. We'll figure that out. See if I can get like a stripper on a pole or something.
As long as you don't have like like a weather map behind you or some shit like that, you're good.
I wanted to get the Zoom thing, but I don't have the feature to get it. Like they have a Zoom thing, you could.
Oh, set up a background, right? I think
virtual background, yeah.
Will live in effect from his closet.
Yeah,
man.
Will, you good, man?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm all right.
When we get to like
the same sleeping issues you're dealing with, so.
When we get to hiding hookers in the desert or something, we'll get to your stories. Oh!
There you go. I switched it to
Where's
like Great Wall of China when I was there.
The Great Wall of William.
Yeah, virtual backgrounds are pretty cool.
See, I wanted something like that, but this is what you get for now. I got to work on that. I'm starting to take this a little seriously. We got to I got to start saying, like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. I got to figure out how we could put our information here, Instagram or whatever it is we got to do.
Okay.
So, Len, get rid of all your porn on your page so we could, when people go there.
So, yeah, definitely don't record this. Don't add this on there.
What? Be proud.
Huh?
I'm proud of the pages I have. Come on, check it out. Take a look.
Hey, look at the women I fancy.
All right. See, now you're setting yourself up. See, now we're gonna put into something that's gonna be like, all right, that we shouldn't record.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, like whatever I just said, and then like 3 minutes ago, doesn't make the cut.
I have to learn this editing thing. If not, then it's going in. Just to let you know. Like I got to figure this editing thing out. If not, then
I got the scissor.
Just own it, bro. Just own it.
I know where to cut.
The scissor.
I'll give you my top 5 porn stars right now. There's no shame in my game.
No, they're official. They're you can't go wrong.
I'll give you my top 5, dead or alive, right now.
Give my top 5 today.
Oh God. Hey. All right. So we're gonna try that again.
All right, man.
And hopefully I can edit this out. If not, Len, you're just gonna have to own it. But it's all right because I'm talking a bunch of shit and I'll own it. Whatever. So again, for Will, Len, I'm Paul. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Later.